But also, when we think about the French Revolution, right? If you starve the poor, they have nothing left to eat but the rich. And so I think a lot of people recognize that you can't sort of starve sort of certain classes in the city
Right.
because many of them will not be able to leave. And so what happens, right? I mean, many New Yorkers still remember the late 70s and early 80s before David Dinkins was elected, when crime was rampant and you saw, thousands of murders a year. I also think, for me, and this was part of the reason, besides the Me Too stuff, besides the corruption, besides the antiquated messaging of which there was very little, but for me with Andrew Cuomo, the reason why I was against his candidacy is because, Roland, I was convinced that if Andrew Cuomo got into office, and there's still a possibility because he's still on an independent line, that he and Donald Trump have known each other for almost 5 decades now. And they've had their ups and downs. But there clearly has to be a meeting point of the two of them. Obviously, the power dynamic has changed several different times over the course of their relationship. And my biggest fear was that the bargaining chip that Andrew Cuomo would use to get into the good graces of Donald Trump would be Tish James, our attorney general, because of their mutual hatred for this Black woman who has done her job and actually gone after both of these corrupt men. And so that was my biggest concern with having an Andrew Cuomo as the executive in New York City.
I know you got a hard out. I want my panelists to be able to get that question for you. There's some other stuff that I want to talk about. I want to tie in the sister who lost in Buffalo a couple of years ago, but let me go to the panelists first. Tylik, I'll start with you. Your question for Christina.